In a related development, the Nigerian Children's Parliament has urged the federal government to allot and channel a substantial percentage of accrued savings of the removal of petroleum subsidy into improving and expanding access to quality education at all levels. The Parliament said this should be the focus on infrastructure development, capacity building, and recruitment of qualified educators. It also called on the federal government to allocate a defined proportion of 50% of the subsidy savings for the rehabilitation and enhancement of the nation's healthcare sector, with a special focus on maternal and child health services. These resolutions, among others, followed adoption of a motion on the subject moved by the leader of the parliament, Ogbongyangba Hassan, during a session which was part of activities of the Children Leadership Conference organized by Children of Africa and Value Development Initiative, CALDEF, in Abuja. The session was presided over by the Deputy Speaker, Ibrahim Zana Sunoma.
Those in favor that the motion on the urgent need for the Nigerian government to invest savings from the removal of petroleum subsidy into education, health, and welfare of children for sustainable development should say aye. Aye. Those in contrary say nay. The ayes have it. We urge the federal and state governments to urgently ensure that functional children's parliament are established at all levels of government, and that the federal government and the United Nations should adopt the CALDEF Africa National Children Leadership Conference as model policy innovation program for children's leadership and development.
Chairman of the House Committee on Women Affairs, Kafilat Ogbara, stressing the need to prepare the young people for the future, said there is their need for all stakeholders to address the issue of alarming rate of out-of-school children in Nigeria. In a like manner, Country Director, Plan International Nigeria, Charles Osie, highlighted correlation between meeting the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and matching the welfare need of Nigerian children.
One child out of 3 children is out of school everywhere in Nigeria as we speak. And for your information, we have about 60% of this number of children that are girls. And apart from that, this population constitutes about 15% of the world population of children that are out of school. So it means that Nigeria is taking the large chunk of the world population of children that are out of school. And this calls for an emergency.
It talks about climate change and how young people like you can be affected by climate change. It talks about health. It talks about education for all. The Sustainable Development Goal says every young person must be educated. It talks about food. It says no young person deserves to go hungry.
Founder of CADELF, a member of the House of Representatives, Mr. Bamidele Salam, stressed the need for children to be active participants in shaping the future. He said the program is hinged on the necessity to convene the largest and most diverse gathering of children leaders across Nigeria. The event also featured a children's panel discussion session on the theme, the role of young people in promoting sustainable development.